Let me tell you something you're probably not hearing from most people your age. Investing isn't about being rich already, or speaking fluent finance, or finding the one golden opportunity. It's about doing what actually works, consistently and with purpose. I've made money, lost money, and watched others do the same. I've seen people hit it big and others fall just as fast. If I could talk directly to every 20 or 30-something trying to figure all this out, here's what I'd say. What you do with your money now matters more than you think. Not just for next year, but for your 40s, your 50s, and the life you want to live then. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need all the answers. But you do need to begin. Begin with the right mindset. Because if you want to stop feeling like money is always working against you and actually build something that frees you, not traps you, then lean in. This isn't theory. This is from real wins, real mistakes, and real conversations with people who got it right and people who didn't. The reason most people get investing wrong isn't that they're lazy or dumb. It's because they were never taught the rules. I could ace a calculus exam but had no idea how credit scores worked. I knew what GDP meant, but not what compounding interest could do for me. That gap in basic financial knowledge is why so many smart, talented people stay financially stuck. They try to work harder, maybe save a little and hope that'll be enough. But without a system, without real guidance, they're just guessing. And let's be honest, the world is built to make you spend. Subscription boxes, buy now, pay later, targeted ads. They're engineered to take your money and your focus. And while all that's happening, your most powerful advantage, your time, is slowly slipping away. Every year you wait to start investing is a year you'll never get back. I've seen this firsthand. Friends who started investing in their early 20s with just a bit of money are now ahead by miles. The ones who waited, even until their 30s, are working double time to catch up, and with far more stress. Here's the part that surprises most people. It's not about how much you make. I've seen people earning $120,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck, and others earning $45,000 quietly build wealth. What separates them? The right mindset, simple systems, and the courage to ignore what everyone else is doing. So, what really matters? Let me break it down. First, time. Time is your cheat code. It's the one thing you'll never be able to buy back. Even small amounts invested early can grow into something meaningful. I've run the math. Someone investing just $200 a month from age 25 to 35, and then stopping, can end up with more money than someone who starts investing the same amount monthly at age 35 and continues until 65. That's compound growth. It's not flashy, but it works every single time. Second, consistency. You don't have to swing for the fences. You just need to show up every single month. I've chased hype stocks and hot tips. Sometimes they worked, but usually they didn't. You know what always worked? Auto-investing into index funds every time I got paid. It was boring, predictable, but over time, it built wealth. Think of investing like going to the gym. One workout doesn't change much, but go 3 times a week for 5 years and your whole life changes. Third, own things that grow in value. I used to chase upgrades. The new phone, the fancier car. But one day, I looked at my bank account and realized those things weren't building anything. They were just draining me. Meanwhile, others were buying index funds, real estate, or investing in small businesses, and growing real wealth. You need to own assets, not just things. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take it out. Fourth, learn the difference between income and wealth. Just because someone earns more doesn't mean they're building wealth. I've seen people double their salaries and still live paycheck to paycheck because they increase their spending just as fast. Nicer clothes, more takeout, bigger rent. Wealth builders focus on the gap between what they earn and what they keep. That gap, that's where your financial freedom lives. Fifth, define your goals. Seriously, write them down, because if you don't define your own version of success, the world will sell you theirs. I used to think success was a job title or a big number in my account, but when I sat down and really thought about it, I realized all I wanted was a paid-off home, freedom to travel, and no stress when bills came. I didn't need millions. I just needed a clear path. Now, some tactical advice I wish I had sooner. Track your money, not just the big stuff. Every dollar. I used to wonder where my money went. Then I tracked it and realized I was bleeding hundreds on subscriptions I didn't use, food delivery I didn't need, and impulse buys I didn't even remember making. Once I could see it, I could change it. Open the right accounts. If your job offers a 401k and matches contributions, take it. That's literally free money. A 401k lets your money grow tax-deferred. A Roth IRA? Your money grows tax-free, and you can withdraw it tax-free later. I use both. Two engines building my future while I sleep. Eliminate high-interest debt. Credit card debt is a black hole. When I carried a balance, it felt like I was sprinting, but going nowhere. The interest swallowed my progress. Pay it down fast. Use the avalanche method, highest interest first, or the snowball method, smallest balance first. Either works. The best one is the one you'll actually stick to. Increase your income. One of the best investments I ever made wasn't in the market. It was learning new skills, writing, design, marketing. I didn't go back to school. I watched YouTube, took online courses, and said yes to scary freelance jobs. That extra income gave me breathing room and let me invest more, save faster, and sleep better. Automate everything. I used to forget to invest some months. Now, it's automatic. Every payday, money flows to savings, investments, and bills. Without me lifting a finger, it builds discipline and removes temptation. Automation makes consistency easy. A few personal truths you might want to hear. Stop trying to time the market. I've tried. Everyone has. I remember sitting in front of my laptop during the 2008 crash, refreshing the markets every 5 minutes, thinking I could catch the bottom. I didn't. Even if I had, the stress, second-guessing, and analysis paralysis weren't worth it. What actually worked? Investing consistently, every month, no matter what the market was doing. Don't let crypto hype and meme stocks throw you off. I bought Bitcoin in 2017. I made a little, lost a little. Same with Dogecoin and AMC. It was exciting and exhausting. If I just put that energy into index funds, I'd be further ahead. I still hold a bit of crypto. It's like hot sauce. A few drops for flavor. Just don't drink the whole bottle. Don't compare your life to someone else's highlight reel. I've seen people buying Teslas, luxury condos, traveling first class, and I used to feel behind. Then I realized many of them were buried in debt, working 60-hour weeks to keep the image alive. Meanwhile, I was investing, slowly, steadily. And now I have what they don't. Options. The option to take a sabbatical, to help my family, to say no. You don't have to be perfect. I've made plenty of mistakes. I forgot to invest 1 year. I sold too early out of panic. I chased trends, but I stayed in the game. The people who build wealth aren't the luckiest or smartest. They're the ones who stick with it even after messing up. And lastly, stop chasing the magic formula. There's no app, no secret fund, no guru strategy that'll turn you into a millionaire overnight. I wasted too much time jumping from method to method, convinced the next thing would be it. The truth? Boring investing, regular contributions to index funds, tracked spending, long-term thinking, outperformed every shiny shortcut. So, from someone who's been there, don't let fear, hype, or ego run your financial life. You have time. That's your greatest asset. Use it. Stay consistent. Focus on what works. Ignore the noise. Build something that lasts.